Hi viewers, this is Anshul Puri on Spotify with Taza Talks. Today we are welcoming our esteemed guest. She's a child coach and emotional intelligence trainer dedicated to helping children build confidence, life skills, and positive growth mindset through storytelling and emotional learning. So we are welcoming our esteemed guest Anita Jagdishwaran. She is already in on our Taza Talks platform. So welcome Anita ji.
Thank you, Anchalji. Thank you
Hi,
for
how are you?
I'm doing good.
जी सो अनीता जी जस्ट एपिसोड को स्टार्ट करते हुए व्हाट इंस्पायर्ड यू टू बिकम अ चाइल्ड कोच एंड इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस ट्रेनर.
Um, I like teaching. So when I was teaching to the kids, I see children feel lots of fear, academic pressure, and they are always sad and they are not happy. They are not making even friends. So I wanted to make them happy. I started telling stories to kids. So it was the eye-opening moment for me. So when I was started telling stories, they were happy. They understood emotions. They are opening up. They are felt confident, and they are making friends. So that was an eye-opening moment. Then I wanted to teach life skills to the children, and I started learning emotional intelligence. Then I became kids life coach. So now I am helping children to become emotionally strong and have to have a growth mindset. So because what I feel is the children who feel or learns confident and emotional intelligence in the yearly age, so they will become a good confident personality in their future. So first 15 years of their lifetime is very important, I feel. So we have to shape whatever we wanted to teach them within 15 years. That's how the personality is going to build up. So that I wanted to teach this emotional intelligence and life skills to the children. That's what my mission is.
So how does storytelling help in a child's emotional growth?
Storytelling plays a powerful role in the emotional children's face because it is creating a safer and supportive space for the children. So when we are telling to the stories, they feel it is a good platform. They are not being judged or compared, so they feel comfortable to open up when they are merging with the stories. So then they are connecting with the stories. They do not like our advice or lectures. So when we wanted to tell them, share this, do, so they understand emotions. They build healthy relationships when they are listening the stories. So they feel connected to the characters and feel the same emotion if they want brave or kindness or helping children, sharing among the children. So that's how they feel connection with the character and learn things. So but, if you wanted to teach life skill to the children, we can easily teach through the stories. So it improves imaginations, listening skills when they are listening to the stories, and they learn communications, and creativity improves when they are listening to the stories. So storytelling is the perfect thing. I would suggest all the parents to have a daily storytelling, bedtime storytelling time for their children.
Okay. So why is emotional intelligence important for children in today's world?
Today's world, emotional intelligence is very important because academic success is not only enough anymore. They have to know themselves, understand their feeling, and they have to express that feeling, and they will have to communicate good, and they have to try new things. Then only they can succeed. So emotional intelligence helps children to develop empathy. It teaches adaptability. It teaches very importantly resilience, how to bounce back from the failures, how to come back from the setbacks. So it also support mental well-being of the children. So when we teach emotional intelligence, what they feel is they feel comfortable. They learn first self reflection through self reflection question I teach them. So they first understand themselves. Self awareness takes place when they are learning it first. So it helps children to face the challenges bravely. So they will not afraid of trying new things whenever they are in the new platform. So it helps to grow as a balanced personality in the personal and academic life or in the professional life.
Okay. How can parents improve communication with their children?
Parents parents can improve. What I would suggest is, they should first listen to the children. So they have to allow the children to speak and without interrupting or judging. So whenever the kid is coming back from the school, why is your face is down, is your stomach is paining, or did you have a fight with your friends or something happened, we should not judge them. So let us allow the children to speak up first, and we have to create open and honest conversation with the children. So we have to spend a quality time. As a parent, we have to spend a quality one-to-one time. So simply working on the laptop and mobile, and we have to tell me what we have to should not tell. So we have to spend one-to-one quality time with the children, I will suggest, and we have to make open and honest conversation. So did you do that mistake? Yeah, I think it happened. It happens to me in the my childhood also. Yeah, it happens in everybody's life. We have to encourage that, and we have to encourage children's effort, not achievement. When they are just winning, we should not simply appreciate them. We have to appreciate their effort and progress, because consistency is the key. So when they are doing some have effort, we have to surely we have to appreciate that. And the main thing what I want to suggest to the parent is, do not compare the kids with each other. So criticizing and comparing, the see the cousin is doing this, your apartment wala is doing this, that. So you don't need to compare, should not compare kids with each other, because each kid is unique. That I can say. What else I can say is, like, we have to teach children whenever they are doing mistake also. So if they are doing mistakes, we have to even give, like, respectfully. We have to be calm and respectfully teach the children. If you are doing mistake, you will be always doing mistake. I know you are going to split the water. We should not simply tell that. So we have to give respect. Yeah, I think you could not handle the situation. Let me tell you how to do this. So if they are doing mistake, even we have to respect them, so that they feel doing this is normal. This is lesser than me. They value themselves. Yes.
Okay. Anita ji, what role does self-esteem play in a child's future success?
Is good or all other human beings, because we act or how we take the situations or handle the situation, all based on the self-esteem only. So the children who has a good self-esteem, they believe in themselves, they try new things. So they show up and they do things confidently, so that the things are happening. So the children who has less confidence, they are always afraid, and they feel not good enough. When they are not good enough, they're afraid, and they are more positive, possible of making mistakes. So self-esteem is the key thing. So we have to be aware and teach self-reflection question and work on their strength and weakness. So by working on that, we have to improve their self-esteem, and we can build their esteem. um, so that slowly confidence will get increase, and they easily build relationship with the peers and among the children. Social skills also lagging with the children, so they are not speaking with the new people, they are not speaking with the parents or in-laws. That problem is also there with the children because of the self-esteem. Maybe they will ask something, I have to ask the question what happened in the school. They'll ask all the question, I have to say why I should. So they are lagging. So when we teach the self-esteem, they value themselves, and they're happy.
So, how do you help children overcome fear and self-doubt?
I help children to overcome fear is, like, I will create the safe and supportive space first. So there they are not in my class. Kids are so happy, so they are not judged and they are not feeling bad. So they are
Yeah.
open up and they are ready. They feel new. And then I use stories and I use activities and mindset worksheets and I work on self-reflection questions first. So this SEL techniques we say social and emotional learning techniques. Through these techniques, I will teach first you are unique, you are fully capable, and you are fully potential. So your weakness and strength is different, and his weakness and strength is different. So we are going to work on different parts each other, and I will tell them to set a goals, daily goals. So they understand that, and they improve their strength and they work on their weaknesses, not among everybody else, and they do not worry about the social pressures. And mainly, I teaches them how to handle negative thoughts. So if they are feeling sad, exam anxiety, worry about the maths exam, worry about the handwriting, I just teach how to handle the emotion through simple activities like balloon activities, pepper cup. So with that activity, they feel relaxed and they can easily come back from the different situations. Emotions are fluctuation in day-to-day life. We can easily set up calm down ourselves and we can try things. So negative thoughts is very important. I used to teach them, and I appreciate their effort always. If they are not, if you are setting up goal like getting up early in the morning, 6 o'clock, kids are trying to do that, but somebody sometime they fail. I'll not like, oh, you are the mean, you did not follow your. So I appreciate their effort. So by that they feel very happy and comfortable with me, and they will open up. So whatever they are happening, I used to take one-to-one also for the each kids. So they'll open up if they are undergoing some pressure at the school or family or any abuse, anything they wanted to try, speak with me. They voluntarily wanted to speak with me. So that's how my class will go.
Okay. Uh, what are some simple daily habits to build confidence in kids?
First thing I'll say is positive self-talk. So when they are feeling afraid, I want to 2% coming something. So okay, I can do this. I think it is a new thing. I can do it. So positive self-talk and gratitude habit. So that's the first thing I'll teach them, and um, encouraging children to speak on the daily basis will helpful. If it is according to the age group, if you're 3 year old or 5 year old, what happened to the today's class, they'll feel, oh, you know what, my mom is in PT period, this has happened, my friend did this, water has spilled on something, they say. So we simply have to hear, so then they feel happy and they feel my emotions are valued or my thoughts are valued. So we have to encourage children to speak. We have to, as I already said, we have to encourage open and honest conversation, and we have to give simple, small responsibilities to the children. So when we do daily, this is your responsibilities. By doing responsibilities, children feel confidence, and we have to appreciate the effort whatever they are doing, that I can say. And one more thing is, main thing is like allow them to make small decision in your daily lives. When they are doing decisions, we are going to take this. What do you want? If they are saying if you are going to take a dress, do you want a green or pink? Pink. Then you say, oh, always pink. Already house full of pink. Why again you want a pink? Do not tell them. So yeah, I think we have already too much of pink. Let us go for these options. So make the options when they are doing something. Do not judge or criticize. Let them do. Let them do. So, and allow children and teach positive and appreciate their effort, I already told. And for this, to follow all this, I want for the parents to take care of their emotional well-being. So if they are mom or dad is stressed, they cannot handle this all smoothly. If they are under pressure or work pressure, calm down yourself. That is your daily activities. I can say calm down or do yoga or meditation or talk to someone, and create a good, healthy family platform for the children so that he will grow up good.
Okay. What message would you like to give to parents and young minds watching this podcast?
All the childrens and parents who are watching, I wanted to tell you is each children is unique. So I already said each is having fully potential and fully capable, and children are not meant to be perfect. So do not expect perfectionism in the children. So children will learn doing mistakes. If they are doing mistakes, take that space or opportunity to teach them, and do not compare and expect perfectionism. And many people do over protection or over expectation from the small 3 years old or 5 years old. So if you are doing that, they get confidence issue. I think if I'm not achieving that, mom will not love me. So that gives a lot of pressure with them, and it gives. If you are pushing too much of pressure, kids get health issues. So take care of your well-being also, so that kids also going very good. And all the kids who are watching this, what I wanted to tell you is believe in yourself. So do not afraid of mistake. Never be afraid of mistake and trying new things. So when you are doing small steps, taking small steps will make you like confident and courage and brighter and stronger kids. So believe in yourself. Don't be afraid.
Okay, great. So let's do one rapid fire round. So, one word that describes your personality.
Empathetic.
Storytelling or public speaking.
Storytelling.
Confidence or intelligence, which is more important.
Confidence. So if we have confidence, we can improve intelligence.
Yeah. Your biggest motivation in life.
My biggest motivation is kids. My kids are my biggest motivation.
Okay. One habit every child should develop.
Positive self-talk.
Okay. A book or quote that inspires you.
Um, all Abdul Kalam sir books are my motivation too, and that inspires me. And the other quote which inspires me to take emotional intelligence is, "What we speak to our children will become their inner voice." The way we speak to our children will become their inner voice. That is a quote which pushed me to teach emotional intelligence to children.
Okay. Tea or coffee.
Tea,
Early morning or late night.
early morning.
One life lesson you always teach children.
Believe in yourself.
Okay. If you could change one thing in today's education system, what would it be?
It would be give equal importance to life skills and emotional intelligence along with the academics. So because these academics are now fully with the pressure undergoing and fear based. So if they are only considered through marks, it is not the right way of raising children or human beings. So I would suggest give equal importance to the emotional intelligence in early childhood for the children, so that they are growing in good human being in their life.
Okay. And what are the platforms where people can connect you directly for your services?
Through Instagram, you can connect me. I am have put some links over there. The WhatsApp and Google form link is also available. So it is all my classes one-to-one consultation schedule also available. So you can reach out me through my Instagram
Okay.
and Facebook.
Thank you so much. It was really incredible conversation with you. And एपिसोड रिलीज होते ही लिंक शेयर कर देंगे एंड लिंक्स के अंदर ही आपके लिंक्स मिलेंगे सो
Okay.
डेफिनेटली थैंक यू वेरी मच स्टे ट्यून्ड थैंक यू
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the